I'll tell you guys a story about the worst. I'm gonna give you guys the Reader's Digest version of the girl that I love the most. This story is it's absolutely crazy. To make a very long story very short, I started paralegal school when I was 31 years old, and there's this hot 19-year-old in my class. We took a shine to each other immediately, right? It was a great relationship. We spent every day together, blah, 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 blah. Red flag number one that I didn't even think about. One day, I had a headache in class because I suffer from migraines, and she recognized that. She says, "What's wrong?" I said, "Well, I've got a headache." She's like, "All right." Reaches into her purse, and she gives me this big white pill. I'm like, "What is that?" She says, "It's Vicodin." And I was like, "All right." So I took the Vicodin. Headache is gone. What's a 19-year-old doing with a bag full of Vicodin, right?
Another good question is, since you said he was in his 30s, what you doing? What you doing trying to check out a 19-year-old? Now, it's legal, you feel me? But at the same time, it's like, you're getting yourself set the fuck up for that. You know what I'm saying?
Drug dealer, right?
No problem at all. Red flag number two. She had homemade tattoo on her wrist, right? Told me she got it when she was 15. Hold on. Red flag number three. Stay with me. Red flag number three. She had a 6-year-old. She was 19 years old who had a 6-year-old, which means what, class? She had her child at 13, which means she was having at 12.
Wow.
It gets even better.
Hey, bruh. I don't know who the hell you talking to, but if you already understood all the red flags and stuff like that, it's just like, damn. Why would you even try to shoot your shot, let alone even think about even being in a relationship with a 19-year-old? See, it's one thing to be hooking up, but even then, it's still like, bro, you grown as hell, so you should already know better. But you want to get in a relationship with someone that young that can't even get a drink with you, can't even get a shot. So, what the hell you think you're doing? I don't know, man. You got it. You know what I'm saying? You got that. You got that for sure.
Baby daddy was in prison at the time we were dating.
Oh.
Statutory EPAR. Here's the reason why they didn't throw the book at him with Jessica's Law. It's because she testified to the jury that she seduced him, and the jury actually bought it. The jury actually bought it. So let's set the scene. So my birthday, I open up Facebook to get all the birthday love. She left her account open on my computer on Facebook. I scrolled through, saw all kinds of stuff, drove to her place. I said, "I want you to be honest with me. Have you cheated on me?" I wanted her to lie to me, and I wanted her to lie to me so I could just keep up the delusion. She said, "Honestly, yes." That is the worst emotional pain I've ever felt in my life. To this day, I never will. Dude, I went to her.
Hey, bro, it's not funny, man. When people go through a heartbreak, you lose your mind, you lose yourself, you lose everything. Feel like you just got shot right in your heart and shit. The reason why I'm laughing at this dude is just because it's just a fact. Because I don't really know too much about him, but I have been seeing clips, and I'm guessing he's one of them red pill dudes. And just hearing this story is already just got me shaking my head already, bro. So if you catch me laughing, I'm sorry, man. But listen, there's a lesson to be learned here, and I'm gonna give you my speak on it.
Bathroom, I puked, ripped off the necklace. She's blowing me up at work all day long. I'm sorry. I can't pick up the phone. So finally, I picked up the phone. She's like, "Hey, I'm sorry. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Da 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 da." She's like, "Look, I want to come to your place. I have a birthday surprise for you." So she comes over. She has like this little cupcake, and she bought me a watch that she knew I was looking at. Then she turns around, lifts up her shirt. There was my name tattooed on the small of her back. Dude, my hand to the man. So I was back in her clutches. It was all downhill from there. Guys, this story gets so much worse.
How old were you?
I was 31. I was 31 years.
Exactly, bro. That's my same reaction, bro. You 31 years old, bro. What the fuck?
old. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say 17.
Oh no. So she continued cheating on me, right? So I'm always trying to catch her. I lost my job. I lost the place that I was at. The car that I had was paid for because I paid cash for it. It broke down. I didn't have a job, so I couldn't get it fixed. I'm evicted. I ended up having to live with a couple of her drug addict friends in a quasi crack house. Both people were on felony probation.
What?
You can't make this up. Both people, the guy and the girl, were on probation for felony possession. They were on felony probation, ankle bracelets, the whole nine. And so I lived there, and so I had to live there, right? And so finally, and I kept trying to get back with her. September 16th, baby daddy gets out of prison. Okay, baby daddy gets out of prison. I called her up on September 15th. I said, you know what? I can't do it. I think you still love Ben. I can't do it anymore. Dude, she cried her eyes out. Hung up the phone. I stayed up all night long. I couldn't sleep. So I called her up. I called her up the next day. I was like, hey, meet me at this gas station. Then I called up my brother and I borrowed $800. He gave me $800. I went to the jewelry store. I bought her a ring.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Bruh tripping. Bruh tripping like a motherfucker, boy. I mean, you hearing all this story, like I said, man, I'm gonna give you my whole piece, but I want you to just digest all of what this man is saying. Because, homie, I mean, bruh, you feeling me, man. You see their reactions, mine's the same way, bruh. I can't even keep a straight face, dude. This dude is outrageous. What the hell you think you doing? Just gonna let him keep speaking, bro, cause this man out here trip.
I proposed. Listen,
Man, for real.
bring that ass here, boy.
Get on his ass, bro.
People wonder.
That's what I said.
Conviction about these things, dude. Look.
Jesus Christ, Donovan.
It gets worse. So she says yes, right? So now, all of her friends are like, oh, she's getting engaged. Well, eventually she started fucking the baby daddy behind my back.
Bruh.
So we were in this love triangle. Anytime she was pissed off at me, she'd go and fuck him. Anytime she was pissed off at him, she would come and fuck me. So finally on Thanksgiving, I had to call my family was in this was in North Carolina. My brother.
Bruh. And the crazy part is, people really be living like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though this man is a straight cornball for even dealing with all this nonsense, it's just the fact that there is people in the same situation just like this. And I want you to listen to this cornball and whatever the hell he has to say. So that way you can see yourself to not be this guy. Please don't be this dude. Please don't.
Comes out into this quasi crack house, and he's kind of looking around, and they're all looking up at him like, that's your brother? And of course we look alike. And so I'll never forget, man, I'm telling my brother about the situation. He's like, my real name's Alex. He says, Alex, what are you doing? And I said to him, dude, you don't choose who you love. I still loved her. So he drives me back after Thanksgiving dinner. This girl calls me up and tells me that she was now engaged to be married to Ben, right? I'm crushed, I'm heartbroken, I'm crestfallen. I'm doing pills, I'm doing drugs.
From the time that you recognized the tattoo and that she had a 6-year-old to this time, how long has time progressed?
I met her the first day of the second semester, so right in January. So this happened this happened in one calendar year. So I'm telling you, you can't make this stuff up. So now I've lost her forever. So now I'm doing drugs and all this other kind of stuff. During the time I was living at that quasi crack house, they were telling me, yeah, she this guy, that guy. During the summer, she lost an exorbitant, she was already a small girl.
Yeah.
She lost an exorbitant amount of weight. I found out that she was shooting heroin all summer long. I had no idea. She kept, dude, it was unbelievable. So anyway, New Year's Day comes around. Oh, wait a minute, let me back up.
I don't even know if I can even keep going. Like, we ain't even halfway done with the video and this man out here straight tripping. First of all, Why the hell are you dealing with a drug addict 19-year-old that's just spiraling out of control, that's cheating on you? But you still want to put a ring on it. That's goofy activity. That's straight cornball activity, bro. Like, I mean, you can't, you should, this is embarrassing. I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
December 10th, the guy, so it's a boyfriend and girlfriend in the crack house. The guy, I was at the library. The
anxiety.
Listen, the probation officer arrested the guy. So then he's in jail for probation violation. So it's just me and his girlfriend. I had no interest in her. It was not like that at all. Well, he was feeling some type of way about the fact that I was staying there. So he called his landlord and told him that I was staying there without their permission. New Year's Day, little Jamaican man comes to the door. He points at me. He's like, you don't live here. And if you're not out of here by 9 o'clock the next morning, the sheriff will come and put you out. Called my brother again. I was like, dude, I'm going to be homeless. So he bought me a bus ticket to Atlanta, and I go down to Atlanta where my mother and brother were living, and kind of started over then. So I lived in Atlanta for 6 months, decided to move to Vegas. That's a whole big long story. A couple of months into living in Vegas, I get a phone call from a mutual friend of ours, me and the girls, right? And she's like, you are never going to believe this. I was like, well, what happened? She said, Ben is dead. I was like, this is her husband now, right? The baby daddy. They got married. She says, Ben is dead. Here's what happened. 2 weeks after she married this guy, she started having an affair, right? She started cheating on him.
She's a lovely lady.
Dude. So the story goes is that he gave her $20 to go out and get Chinese food. She took her daughter with her, goes to the guy's house, calls him up and says, hey, I'm leaving you, and I'm gonna be here with this guy with the daughter. Of course, he loses his mind. He drives out to the trailer. He starts kicking in the door. The guy on the other side of the door says, if you kick down this door, I am going to shoot you. He kicked down the door and caught a shotgun slug to the chest, done and killed immediately. It gets even worse. They had to put an ankle bracelet on her.
It gets even worse, huh? Like I said, there's people out here. This is the reason why I'm doing this video. Like, this video speaks for itself, because even though how outlandish this man is saying, there's some people out here in the same situation and dealing with the same situation as him. You dealing with some straight cornball that's just making you lose sight what you need to do. They leading you the wrong way. This man, even though it was his choice, understand it's your choice. It was his choice to deal with this chick, bruh. That made him just go straight backwards. That made him lose himself, his mindset. He started doing drugs and alcohol. He pretty much lost his soul. The thing is this, bro. Don't end up like him. People is like the same way. Either you in abusive relationships, you know what I'm saying, getting cheated on multiple times. That person is not for you. You know, they holding you back from greatness. They leading you the wrong way. Why even deal with people like this? And this dude is willing to go through garbage just to please another 18-year-old, you cornball ass bro. I'm sorry, but I gotta roast you this whole entire video because you absolutely wild for that, bro. Don't end up like him. Please do not end up like him, bro.
Because they suspect that she might be the shooter, right? Let's back up one more time. And again, this is all relevant. This is when I still had my car. I'm driving to her place from work. I get to her place, and there are 3 cop cars in the driveway. I'm thinking it's because of something that happened next door, because the dude was always beating on his girl, right? That's the kind of place this was. The cops were at her place. She got arrested for possession. The people I was staying with had called the cops and ratted her out. So now she's in jail, right? And of course, I have to save my fair maiden. I called up an old roommate and borrowed $1,350 to bail her out. She gets out, I love you, then goes right back to Ben. So now we fast forward.
You said Ben was dead.
I backed up.
He backed up.
Okay.
This was before.
Oh, okay.
So you bailed out.
Yep.
The young lady who had left you.
Yep.
To go back and then when you
It
borrowed
was
the
back
money.
and forth. It was back and
You
forth.
borrowed the money, so you had to pay back this money to someone else who has nothing to do with the situation. And then she went back straight while she had the tattoo of you on her.
Yep.
Okay, keep going. I got like 15 questions to ask you when this is.
I'm almost done.
Bruh.
I'm almost done. So now we fast forward. So Ben is now dead. I don't know how they got away with it, but he's not the guy's not in jail. She ends up marrying the guy that killed Ben and had another daughter. So in the end,
This was the original baby daddy.
the original baby daddy is dead. The original baby
Oh,
daddy.
Ben was the original baby.
Ben was the
I'm
original baby
getting the
daddy.
names. Okay.
But
Ben
the
with-
lovely lady went to the guy
new
who
guy.
killed Ben.
And
Yes.
now, okay.
So so now
Wow.
she ended up marrying the guy who killed her first husband, had another daughter with him. So the father of her first child was killed by the father of her second child. You cannot make this up. And so this is why people always wonder why I'm so passionate and I'm so sure. I have seen the worst. I've been in the worst of the worst situations. It is the worst situation I have ever been in. But to this day, I can freely admit that I have never loved anyone or anything as much as I loved her. And that is my
I
real
need
story.
this girl to give some girl game. She's getting rings left and right.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Cornballs like him, man.
It certainly felt like it. it certainly felt like it. The girl, like,
I just
dude,
want to know.
she was 19. She was 19. She was hot. Had a southern twang. I mean, it was all
we
there.
can hate, but she's gotten more proposals than I have.
Proposals from guys who were clearly either simping or who had gone to jail with
Look.
for having relations with her at 12 years old.
Look.
Questions. Would Donovan have been Donovan if Donovan was exposed to Donovan's work today at 31 years old?
Yeah, I would not have made that mistake. I would not have made that mistake with her.
You shouldn't have made.
And
bro,
you know what's interesting?
the thing is, you shouldn't even make that mistake at 31. You should already know the game. That's just wild.
A lot of times I think, actually, you know what? No, I think I still would have gone down that road because,
His reactions are the
well,
funniest.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. As men, we are hard-headed. Most lessons that men encounter, you can't teach. Some lessons can't be taught. Some lessons you gotta learn. That was a lesson. Dude, everybody could have told me, stay away from her, stay away from her. I was in love, man. Like, dude, she was nice. Dude, she's the hottest girl at school. She's showing me off. I mean, I was in love. I had to, and I am so fortunate to have made it out of that armpit of a county in rural North Carolina. It is literally the lowest I have ever been in my life. And to be able to sit here with all of my accomplishments despite having gone through that, that's a miracle. It's a fucking miracle.
Put yourself about a hell. I did.
Just like him, I'll be looking at him just like that, bro.
I got anxiety.
Hearing that entire
man.
story. So as you're going through this, you're not thinking to yourself, oh, because of, the E-rap or E-par
Yep.
that happened in her life, man, maybe she did something's going on. Maybe of a lack of a father, man, I shouldn't have. Maybe because she just decided to get a tattoo of me after she cheated on me.
I met her father. Her father was in and out of prison her entire life. In and out of prison her entire life.
Do you think that men? Okay,
It was
because
crazy.
I've noticed this, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. I feel like sometimes men like the girls with. I don't want to say like the girls with a troubled past, but like the reason there's an attraction to it is because they want to feel like they saved her or like helped her. Like
Yeah.
men like to feel needed,
We like to
and a
feel-
lot of
that
those
was a Captain
girls,
Save-A-Ho.
and a lot of those girls like really can make a man feel needed.
Yes.
Because they do need you to survive. Like
Yes.
a lot of them.
Yep.
I know people that be in these situations just because you might love somebody and you're willing to sell your own soul just to keep that person close to you. Let this man's story, you know what I'm saying? Let this man's story be a life lesson to all these people that person just ain't worth it. If they got an ounce of craziness with them, you know what I'm saying? If they live in life outrageous, doing all kinds of craziness, and it's affecting your life, why deal with that person? It's not even worth it, bro. Don't lose your soul over someone that don't even give a damn about you or worried about how it's going to affect you. You know what I'm saying? I know you affectionate, kind-hearted. You know what I'm saying? You like to help people. You want to be the Captain Save a Hoe, Captain Save a Bro. Listen, bro. This goes for man and woman. This is for everybody because everybody deals with the same problem. Everybody's looking for someone to save. Everybody looking for a relationship in general, but without looking for the relationship for yourself. If you don't got the relationship for yourself, you know what I'm saying? What's the point? You can't save somebody if you can't save your own damn self. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit here and just keep chasing. Instead, chase for your own dreams. Support yourself before you can support somebody else. This man is a good example of what not to be. You are absolutely out your damn mind, bro. You a grown-ass man, bro, trying to cuff up a 19-year-old that can't even get her own self at. Like, she can't even get her own self to, you know what I'm saying? She's out of control. You know what I'm saying? I'm a loss of words. Like, it would already been done. None of that would have been going on around me. All right? We all been in scenarios where we lost, broken. But the thing is this, bro. We gotta develop ourselves, our characters, our mindsets. Don't lose your own self to someone that ain't worth a damn. If they don't uplift you and y'all both ain't glowing, if we all ain't glowing together, we ain't trying to work together, it's just not worth it, bro. It's not worth the headache. That shit right there sound like a straight hurricane with a tornado inside, bro. You are absolutely just no respect. But at the same time, it's an epitome for what everybody's dealing with because people are in shitty relationships, which causes them to lose their own souls. Like I said, this channel is all about uplifting the soul. In order to do so, you have to learn how to love yourself. Once you're at your lowest point, you got yourself. How you feel about yourself? Are you worthless? Hell no. We're not worthless around here, bro. But that person that you're with is making you feel that way. You done everything in your power. You made so much sacrifices. For what? Minuscule results, nigga? If you feel some sort of way about the person you with or trying to be with, just stop it. Go cold turkey, scrap it, and focus on what you need to do to improve yourself and learn some new skills. Let that energy come to you rather than you come to it. That's for real. Don't end up like this fool. Love y'all.